This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is episode 1295 of Horse Tip Daily, your almost everyday morsel of helpful hints, useful facts, and practical techniques for horse folks. Brought to you today by the Distance Depot. Greetings, horse people. Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily. Today, I am joined by Dr. Tanya Cubitt for another installment of our Horse Health Glossary series. And this time, we take on energy and calorie. Are they the same or are they different? We'll get right to our tip after this from the Distance Depot.
The Distance Depot is your one-stop shop for custom-made beta-biothane tack, from bridles to spur straps and everything in between, made in their own shop in Missouri. And with their wide variety of colors to choose from, you and your horse can step out in color-coordinated style. And don't miss sheer comfort sheepskin products from the Distance Depot, the softest, most durable way to cover saddles, girths, nosebands, and so much more. The Distance Depot also has a wide variety of proven, innovative products. The Distance Depot, quality products, expert customer service, and crazy fast shipping for endurance riders, trail riders, and everyone who loves their horse. Find them online at thedistancedepot.com.
And I'm once again pleased to welcome back to Horse Tip Daily, Dr. Tanya Cubitt from Performance Horse Nutrition. And this time out, we are going to do a horse nutrition glossary. It's going to be a 5-part series, and we're going to define some of the important and oft-used words that you hear nutritionists, feed manufacturers, and horse people around the world using so that you know what you're talking about. Welcome back to the show, Dr. Tanya Cubitt.
Thank you, Jennifer. As always, it's great to be back. Great to be talking about things that sometimes get misused. Sometimes people aren't using them the right way. So I'm glad to be hopefully enlightening people a little.
You are here to clear up the confusing bits.
Excellent.
So
I'll do my best.
And you always do such a great job. It makes so much more sense after you tell me about it. So this is our first of 5 parts, and the words we are going to tackle today, I feel like I'm making an episode of Sesame Street. Today's show brought to you by the letter E. E for energy, and the letter C for calorie. We're going to talk about energy and calorie, singular and plural. So help us out. What are they? What do they mean? And why are we using them?
Well, I would say probably one of the most common questions I get is, I want to put more weight on my horse, but I don't want him to have any more energy. Well, and I might use the term calorie versus energy. Well, what am I really talking about? The simplest way to think about energy and calorie is to think about weight. Body weight is to pounds, like energy is to calories. Calories is the way that we measure energy, just like pounds is the way that we measure body weight. Make sense?
Oh, okay. Now I'm getting there. It's clearing up.
Exactly.
Yep, we're almost there.
Clearing up. Excellent. So some other really important things to note about energy when we're talking about horses is that we measure energy and we call it digestible energy when we're talking about horses. So we'll have a DE value, and we'll measure that in megacalories. Usually, if you see it written, it will be megacalories per pound, and it would be a capital M, a small CAL per pound. And they're just the units that we use in horses. Unlike in people, you'll see calories written on your food label. This is where it can get a little technical. That calorie that you see written in your food label is actually a kilocalorie, so 1,000 calories. But for ease of our use, labels will just have the word calorie written. Horses are huge, so they need a lot more calories to maintain body weight and energy level and just life. So instead of writing out, 1,000 or 100,000 calories, we term them megacalories. The other thing to note about energy is very rarely will you ever see it written on a bagged feed tag, because it's not actually a measured value. Like a fiber might be a measured value. In a lab, you can test the amount of fiber. It's a calculated value, and we take into account certain other measurable ingredients in the feed. For example, protein, fiber that is digestible, as well as fibers that aren't digestible, fats, non-structural carbohydrates, as well as another term called ash, which is really you just burn it all up and what's left over. So it's a calculated value. It's not an actual analyzed value. And there are several different calculations. Most people use a standard calculation, but we don't all have to use the same one. So there can be some deviation in the digestible energy values based on, well, which calculation has that company chosen to use. So does that make it more confusing or less confusing?
It's starting to get fuzzy again. I think we need to turn the little eyeball testing kit back the other direction a little bit.
Yes. So I think that the main thing we need to realize is if you hear the word calorie, it's really just a measure of energy. If you hear the word energy means, it can mean several different things. A lot of people will think of energy when they think of their horse's behavior. Oh, he's got far too much energy. Well,
right.
That's a different way of using the term energy. When we talk about energy in food, it's really what's sustaining life, what's giving you energy to perform daily functions, to support all of the processes in the body, keep you living. Excess energy will definitely be used. Perhaps if your horse has an excitable type behavior, temperament anyway, excess energy can do that. Excess energy will also be laid down as fat. And so if your horse is fat, he's getting excess energy. And another way to say that is he's getting excess calories, because calories are just the measurement of energy.
Got it. So if any given food product that our horse, or us for that matter, ingests is high energy, it's also high calorie, because calorie, it's like if you've got a bowl of water, yes, you have a bowl of water, that's energy. But that bowl of water is exactly 1 cup. That's calorie.
Yes.
Got it. Yay! It finally cleared up. Thank you, Dr. Tanya Cubitt. Yes.
So if you go to your veterinarian or nutritionist and you say, I need to feed my horse more calories, but I don't want to give him extra energy, that's really not a possible thing. Now we can go a little more technical, and there are different types of foods that you can feed to your horse that will elicit different behavioral responses in your horse. We know that when you feed high sugars and starches, they can quickly be turned into energy, and some horses respond differently to those, and it may elicit a more excitable response. You could feed this exact same amount of energy or calories, but in a different form, say in fats or highly digestible fibers, and it is slower to digest and turn into energy. So it elicits a different behavioral response in your horse.
It's kind of like
really to say,
when the kids go to grandma's house and she feeds them gummy bears.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, versus taking the kids to grandma's house and she feeds them turkey dinner. 2 different kids at the end of the day.
Exactly. And if we took our little science lab over there and we calculated exactly how much energy, i.e. calories, was in the gummy bears versus the turkey dinner, we might say, oh, it was exactly the same, but why is my child completely different? And it was just the way the body responds to different types of energy.
There we go. That seals it up right there. So when folks have many, many questions floating around in their heads about horse nutrition, where can they find Dr. Tanya Cubitt?
They can find me at Performance Horse Nutrition. Our website is performancehorsenutrition.com. Phone number, fax, email is all on our website.
Well, there you have it. You can find links to today's guests as well as lots more tips at horsetipdaily.com. Make sure to have all of your favorite Horse Radio Network shows with you wherever you go by downloading the free Horse Radio Network app for your iPhone or Android. Just go to your app store and search Horse Radio Network. You can also subscribe via iTunes. And thanks again to today's sponsor, The Distance Depot. Find them online at thedistancedepot.com. This is Coach Jen, and I'll be back again soon with another tip. So until then, go ride your horse. The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements made by guests on the Horse Tip Daily. Please use your own judgment when listening to the tips on this show.